CECE program. In the early childhood care and education program, we have been learning the course 3, that is planning and implementation of early childhood care and education. In this lesson, we have completed black one. Under this black one, I have seen unit 1 and that is unit 1 in conversation and storytelling, and unit 2 games, introduction of the game, new games, and third unit is creative activities and movement, music movement, and also in the previous class we have seen, if we have started the fourth unit under black 2, it is pre-reading skills. Under pre-reading skills, we have seen in pre-reading skills, we have seen pre-reading skills. Under pre-reading skill, readiness, reading readiness in children, and the second one is vocabulary and language development, and also we have seen the print recognition. Under print recognition, we have seen visual discrimination, print awareness, directionality, print rich environment, make direction cards, and also we have seen the understanding of the pictures. Under this subunit, we have seen literacy as a source of enjoyment. So preschool children need to engage in a variety of literacy related activities. Some of the literacy related activities are here we have seen the previous class. So learning what reading and writing can do, naming and writing the letters of the alphabet, hearing rhymes and also sounds in words, spelling simple words, recognizing and writing their own name, recognizing new words from stories, work, play, listening to stories. So in previous classes, we have seen that how to develop these pre-reading skills, and introduction of the new words, how to introduce new words, discrimination, recognition, all these things are present in this pre-reading skills. So in the previous class, we have seen that some of the strategies need to use in introducing new words, new vocabulary, sound modulation, all these things. As a teacher, need to know the different kinds of strategies to improve the vocabulary among the young children, preschool children, and also visual discrimination. Under this visual discrimination, sorting the it is separating the different colored pictures and shape of the letters or picture size and texture. All these things we have seen, and also matching the pictures and matching the shapes and pairs, matching objectives, shapes, pictures, and also removing or eliminating or separating the odd one out. So that may be color, may be shape, or that may be size. So all these things we have seen in the previous class. So today we'll see the next topic is introducing, that is the subtopic in this unit, that is introducing the alphabet. So here the toughest part of the teaching the preschoolers is teaching them the letters of the alphabets, right? This is very difficult to the teachers. So introducing a new letter or introducing the alphabet, see, knowingly unknowingly, young children or preschool children or preschoolers, they may spell, they may repeat the words from the teachers, from their teachers, from their parents, from their elders. Okay, so here the children, they don't know the they don't know the spelling, they don't know the what are the letters, name of those letters, but unknowingly they can repeat the words by listening from their parents or elders or caregivers. So here for preschoolers, so here the introduction or introducing the new letters is very difficult task. So here, since the letters of the alphabet lay the foundation of reading skill, they are the utmost important. So introducing the alphabet is the foundation of the reading skill. So here the question arises how to do it without putting unnecessary pressure on the students and in enjoyable way. So what is the easy way? What is the enjoyable way to introduce letters? That is a difficult thing, right? So generally the playway method is the best used, which utilizes all the three styles of learning. Okay, so playway method is the best and suitable method or suitable strategy which utilizes all the three styles of learning. We have three styles of learning: by visual, by observing, by seeing the new letters, by seeing the new pictures. By observing those pictures, child can understand, child can grasp, child can perceive, child can understand whatever you introduce, whatever the letter the teacher introduces. So this is one of the learning style or learning strategy. That is, one is the visual style of learning. Another is the auditory. By speaking, by conversation, child can discriminate or recognize or can understand the sound or meaning of the alphabet or the words used by the teachers. Next one is the kinesthetic. See, some children, by touching the objects shown by the teacher in the classroom, okay, by seeing and by talking or speaking, and also by touching the objects, whether the object is soft or whether the object is hard, whatever the object. So by touching that object, which students can grasp the or can get the or understand the meaning or pronunciation of a new letter. So here patience and perseverance is the key to success in teaching the preschoolers. Okay, here adequate encourage is also necessary. See, teacher should have the patience and perseverance. So student can take number of times to understand. They may not pronounce easily in a single time. They may take number of times to pronounce correct meaning or correct pronunciation. It takes number of drills. Okay, number of times. And also here encouragement. If the child pronounce in wrong way, pronounce in incorrect way, the teacher should encourage, should not should not discourage. So here reinforcement is the important thing. So praising, yeah, you have better, you can do better in the next time. Yeah, this time is very good, and also you can pronounce it correctly in a better way. Like this, a teacher should encourage the student. So the best way to introduce one alphabet at a time and continue with it for at least 1 week. See, it takes 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 days, or sometimes a week. So it becomes too easier to remember the alphabet for children if it is associated with some known objects like an apple with A. So as we know the simple way by matching the alphabet with known objects like banana, B for banana, A for apple, C for cat. So here these things, cat, apple, banana, ball, all these things are familiar things. All these things are known objects. All these objects are known objects which are easily available in our home, right? So here whenever the children come across that objects, you can remind them of the particular alphabet. So if you show that object, or if you wanted to introduce a new alphabet, so here a teacher can remind them of that particular alphabet. So in 1 week's time, while you teach a particular letter, you can introduce various objects beginning with it. So you can do so by either showing the picture or in real life. So in real life also you can make them understand, you can make them familiar with that letter and coordinate or associate with the known objects. So letter association with known fruits, vegetables, real life objects. Okay, this is so next is the following ways. Some of the ways can be used to introduce letters of alphabets to the preschoolers. So sing the ABC song. One way of introducing the alphabet is sing the ABC alphabet. So singing the ABC song. Okay, children will become familiar with all the letters of the alphabet from A to Z. Initially, they may not be able to sing with you, but eventually they will. Okay, we can A B C D like. So you can introduce by using the singing songs. Singing songs. And another one is by using blocks or cubes. See, we there are easily available material, teaching, learning material in the market. So we can use some of the blocks or some of the cubes which are having alphabets. So our cubed blocks are alphabet cubes, alphabet blocks. So these are the easily available in the market. We know that. So build structures like alphabet pillars by building A, one block, B, another block, C, another block. This is uh, one kind of showing the alphabets. So in the next class, I will show some of the objects are with me. So these alphabet cubes are with me. So in the next class I will show definitely. Okay. So by building these structures like alphabet pillars or pyramids and at the same time introduce alphabets to the here coordination eye and hand coordination and building the blocks by using this alphabets. Okay, this is another way of introducing letters. And next one is board books. These books have thick pages, nice pictures, and come in a great variety. So the children cannot easily tear them, chew them, or eat them. So reading is a good habit, and you can nurture it in children by making it fun filled activity. So here you can also introduce by using board books. Okay, some of the books contains some thick layered or thick pictures. So by showing that books also you can introduce. Okay, next one is cutting alphabets out of the paper. So some papers have the object this alphabets. So you can ask the children to cut the alphabets. For example, A letter is there. So you can ask the children cut the alphabet A or B, C, D. So this is another way of introducing the alphabets. Okay. So you can choose any method of teaching according to the interest and capacity or capability of the children. You can use any method which is suitable or make interest or capability children. So you can even combine different ways. You can also combine these different methods. You can use single method or mixed methods. Okay, but you will have to repeat many times before children eventually start recognizing the letters of the alphabets. Okay, you can also check your progress. So the right way of children learning alphabet is only by rote method, only by writing method, by doing activities related to pre-reading skills. In the book, you are having, so you can see this, check the progress in end of the unit. You can also check by solving this question. Okay, so the right way of children learning alphabet. So you can solve this, or I can tell you in the next class. Okay, fine. So what is the role of the teacher? What is next is the what is the role of the teacher? So we have seen that how pre-reading leads to reading success. Now we can see that what is the role of teacher in helping children and master pre-reading skills. Master the pre-reading skills. Okay. So pre-reading activities begin in early preschool. So teacher play a very significant role in developing this, right? So teachers should expose children to good language, both spoken and reading. So teachers should expose children good language, correct language, both spoken and reading in a play way and enjoyable way. So this encourages children to participate in all the activities that are planned specifically, and thus helps to get exposed to this pre-reading skill. So teachers should design the environment to be stimulating, giving opportunities for the children to explore, to listen to sounds different, discriminate, differentiate, and match. So as a teacher, as a preschool teacher, okay, teacher make sure the environment should enjoyable, okay, congenial, okay, and also give the opportunity to the children to explore, to ask the questions, okay, to interact with the teachers, and also listen to the sounds, differentiate the sounds, discriminate the sounds, and also identify the sounds, and also the matching the letters, and also involving children in language games. Teacher should allow the students involving children in the language game. So plan teachers should teachers should plan games to reinforce what children have learned by introducing these skills, and also engaging children in meaningful and purposeful conversation. So reading books to the children, make the children to read the books which are different colors or different pictures, okay, and also providing children with fun and interesting way to develop language skills is very different from reading requiring a minimum number of formal teaching hours for pre-reading children. Okay. Okay. Next is reading readiness assessment. So in the previous chapter, in the previous in the plan in the starting, I told you that in what are the pre-reading skills, what are the pre-reading skills, and what is the significance or their significant activities which enhances these pre-reading skills. We'll see now that how to assess children reading readiness, whether reading readiness is happened, whether readiness is up to the mark, any progress is there or not, you can assess, you can evaluate. So pronounce own last name and also express self vocabulary or self expressing their self verbally, and tell the meaning of simple words. Ask them or let the children reply to your question. Complete incomplete sentence with proper word. You can show some incomplete word. Ask them to fill in the blanks, missing words, missing letters. Okay. And also understand that print carries a message present to read, pretend to read, and also use left to right progression, answer questions about a short story, tell the meaning of the words heard in story, look at pictures and tell a story. So all these are nothing but the the progress assessment of the pre-reading skill. So pre-reading skills are the skills children read before they are able to read. Pre-reading skills are the skills children read before they able to read. So many of these skills are learned naturally. So children learn naturally during the course of the normal childhood. So here talk to the child about everything you do and see, explain everything in detail, even when they are very small children. So there are many ways that children can learn pre-reading skills. So the first is known as matching. So matching refers to the ways children learned about shape, patterns, letters, and eventually words. So letter skills are important. A child can learn the names of the letters, but also the different sounds are important. So a child can learn the names of the letters, but also the different sounds they make and how different letters together may change the sound of a word. So learning left to right directionality is a very important skill in reading. In the reading. So language skills are very important. So make sure that children hear all kinds of conversations about all kinds of things, and more they hear, the more they learn. By hearing, they can learn more. So here, learning by hearing, learning by speaking, learning by conversation, okay, and learning by touching. These are the learning styles. And always make sure the content conversation is appropriate. Conversation is appropriate. And let us sum up the pre-reading skills, role of the teacher, and reading readiness. So pre-reading skills are as we seen that phonetic awareness. So ability to hear, identify and manipulate individual sounds in spoken words, and by using activities, rhyming, segmenting sounds, segregating the sounds, or differentiate the sounds, or blending the sounds. This is phonetic awareness. So print awareness, what is print awareness? Print awareness is understanding that print carries meaning and that books contain letters and words. So activities like reading aloud, pointing out words and letters in books, using labels and signs in the classroom. This is about print awareness. Next is vocabulary development. So here vocabulary development is nothing but it is an ability to describe things and events and to tell the stories. So describing the event, describing the story or retelling the story after telling by the teacher. Okay, this is about the ability as a building a, I'm sorry, this is about narrative skill. So vocabulary development is building a broad and deep vocabulary to support comprehension. So activities, so story time with new words, interactive read alouds, and thematic word walls. So next one is narrative skills. So narrative skill is nothing but it is an ability to describe describe the things and events and to tell stories. So by showing the pictures, storytelling, sequencing the activities, and puppet play, all these are the activities are helpful to narrate the are helpful to improve the narrating skills. Narrative skills. And letter knowledge. Letter knowledge is nothing but recognizing the letters shown by the teacher and understanding that they have different sounds. Different sounds. So teacher can show the pictures, can show the letters. So here student need to recognize the letters. So here letter knowledge is nothing but recognizing the letters and understanding that they have different sounds, they have different meanings. And also for this, you can use the activities like alphabet games, letter matching, and tracing the letters. This is the kind of activity used to improve the letter knowledge. Next one is listening skills. Listening skill is nothing but developing the ability to listen attentively to the teacher, and understand the spoken language spoken by the teacher. So by observing the teacher pronunciation, sound modulation, so student can develop that. That is nothing but listening skill. Listening skill is nothing but by listening to the teacher, so develop the ability to listen attentively and understand spoken language. For this, you can use the activities like listening games, following instructions, and interactive storytelling. So for this, what is the role of the teacher? So role of the teacher is a facilitator of the learning, So create a literacy-rich environment in the preschool classroom with the accessible books and print materials. Make sure that the adequate number of books in your classroom as teaching learning material, teaching learning aids. So create that. You should create, as a teacher, should create a literacy-rich environment with accessible books and print materials, and also model reading and writing behaviors. Teacher should be like model reading and writing behaviors. And also teacher should encourage a love for books and reading through enthusiastic way. Should create the enthusiasm. You should motivate and expressive reading. So next one is teacher should be like an observer and assessor. So regularly teachers should observe children's progress in pre-reading skills, whether they are pronouncing in correct way or in a wrong way. You should recognize and you should correct the pronunciation of the students. Then only they can discriminate the correct. They can discriminate or identify correct pronunciation from the wrong pronunciation. So you can use the assessment tools to identify strengths and areas needing the support. Wherever the support is needed, you should give the support to the students. And you can also identify the strengths. For that, you should give the praise, or I should encourage the student. Also, you should adjust instructions based on individual needs. So students are from different background and also different learning abilities, and also they are showing individual differences or having individual needs. So you should adjust the instructions. Whatever the instructions are giving in the classroom, you should adjust those instructions based on the individual needs of the students. So students may have some difficulties, learning difficulties like dysgraphia, dyslexia, or some difficulties, or you can say that disabilities also uh, present among the children. Then you should take care of the adjust the instructions based on their individual needs. Next one is instructional planner. You should plan the methods, or you should plan the curriculum or lesson plan, whatever you are going to. Not a lesson plan, uh, actually, so by using these material, teaching material, you can teach for play school children. So plan and implement a balanced literacy program that includes direct instruction, guided practice, and independent activities. So you can incorporate diverse and culturally relevant material. So you should use the culturally relevant material while teaching the preschoolers. See, if the preschoolers are from Telangana region, you should not use the Andhra region materials, or you should not use north side from Maharashtra or Karnataka. The diversity will be affects. So cultural diversity may impact on the learning styles of the student. For that, for eliminating that, you should balance the literacy program that includes direct instruction guided by the practice and implement the activity, incorporate diverse and culturally relevant material. So design the activities that are engaging, interactive and developmentally appropriate. So appropriate and interactive engaging activities you should plan in the instruction. So instruction, teacher as an instructional plan. Next is support of the language development. Support of the language development. So, are a supporter of the language development. So, engage the children in conversation and expand on their responses. So, you should make them engage or participate in the conversation. As a teacher should make sure, or teacher should make the children in the conversation, and also you should encourage them, motivate them to interact or expand in their responses. If the responses are positive or negative, whatever the responses given by the children, you should not discourage them. You should expand their responses and also introduce new vocabulary in the context. So in contextual manner only you should introduce the alphabets or vocabulary. So provide opportunities. You should provide as a teacher, you should provide the opportunities for children to express themselves verbally and in writing. So this is about supporter of the language development. Teacher as a supporter and language development. So as a partner with families. So you should communicate as a teacher, should communicate with the parents. You should communicate with the parents about their children's progress, how they can support pre-reading skills at home, whether they are practicing at the home or not. You should make sure, or you should interact with their parents and caregivers. This is about the partners with the families, and also offer workshops of or resources for parents on their importance of early literacy. So early literacy is the foundation, basic foundation for lifelong learning for the preschool children. So here, as a teacher should offer or should conduct workshops or resources for parents on the importance of early literacy. So next is the assessment. Next is assessment. Reading readiness assessment. So in reading readiness assessment, what is the purpose of assessment? What is the aim of the assessment for this pre-reading skill? So you should determine child's preparedness for formal reading instruction, to identify specific pre-reading skills that need reinforcement. You should identify the specific pre-reading skills that need reinforcement. This is about the purpose of the assessment. Next is the types of assessment or assessment techniques are generally used in this reading readiness assessment. One is the observational checklist. You can make some checklist. You can prepare a checklist. By using those checklists, you can monitor the behaviors of the children. So here monitoring behaviors like book handling, interest in stories, and ability to follow along during reading aloud. So these things you can note down whether they are following or by handling of the book is proper way or not. What is the interest of this interest toward the stories and ability to follow along during read aloud. Whenever you are reading as a teacher, reading aloud, whether they are following the teacher or not, you should note down. You should check the or mark in the checklist. Next is the informal assessment. Informal assessment like activities such as naming the letters, rhyming the games, and matching sounds to letters. This is one kind of assessment, that is informal assessment. Next is the formal assessment. So by using some standardized tests, by using standardized tests, can measure the specific skills of the students like phonic awareness, letter recognition, and vocabulary. By using some standardized tools, by using some standardized techniques, you can assess the children phonetic awareness, whether they are awareness, whether there is any progress is there or not, whether they are aware of the new letters or vocabulary, and also they are recognizing the letters or not, and also vocabulary. So this is about the formal assessment. Next is components of the reading readiness assessment. So what are the basic components? What are the components of reading readiness assessment? So phonetic awareness, that is assessing the ability to identify the manipulated sounds. Next one is the alphabet knowledge, recognizing letters and associating them with sounds. So print concept. So print concepts is nothing but understanding the mechanics of reading. So reading left to right, top to bottom. So this is print concept. Not sometimes, generally this is about some religions. If you see in the Muslims in Arabic, those who are read Arabic from right to left, okay, right to left. But in another religion, they read from left to right, from left to right. So this is the basic concept, print concept, that is reading left to right on the top to bottom. So next is the vocabulary. So vocabulary measuring the extent and depth of the word knowledge. So here vocabulary measure the extent and depth of the word knowledge. Next is listening comprehension. Listening comprehension is nothing but understanding and recalling the details from spoken stories. So understanding and recalling the details from spoken stories is nothing but listening comprehension. Listening comprehension. Next is using assessment data. So analyze the results, tailor instructions to meet individual needs, and group children for targeted interventions or enrichment activities. Share results with parents and other educators to support the children's literacy development and collaboratively. So if you focus these concepts or these areas, so teacher can effectively support early literacy development. If you focus carefully in these concepts, if you use these concepts carefully, you can support effectively. Teacher can support effectively early literacy development and ensure children are well prepared for the transition to formal instruction. So this is about the summary of first unit, that is pre-reading. Next is Okay, so next I will give you an overview of next class, that is pre-number pre-number skills. Pre-number skills in early childhood care and education. So pre-reading skills or pre-number skills are foundational mathematical concepts. Pre-numbers are the foundational mathematical concepts and abilities that children develop before they formally learn number and arithmetic. So this is the basic foundational concept. So these skills are essentially for young learners as they prepare for more advanced mathematics, thinking and problem solving. So these skills generally, these skills are like classifying. Second one is seriation. Third one is comparison. Fourth one is patterns. Another one is spatial awareness. Another one is one-to-one correspondence. Next one is counting. All these are the skills in pre-numbers. So, what is the importance? What is the importance of these pre-number skills? So, it helps in cognitive development, improving the cognitive development among the children. So, by this skill, cognitive development and preparation for the foundation education, formal education. Next is also this helps in building the confidence building among the children. So pre-number skills, for example, you can take some examples. So children might be asked to sort objects like fruits, vegetables, and grains. So this can include grouping mangoes, bananas, and apples separately. So activity by using traditional Indian toys such as wooden blocks or bread beads, children can group items by color or by shape or by size. So here classification is nothing but by using this kind of activities. You can use this activity. Next is seriation. So teacher may use items like bangles or some other eye lamps or varying sizes and ask children to arrange them from smallest to largest. Smallest beads to largest beads or largest beads to smallest beads. So arranging leaves or flowers. Sometimes you can also use arranging the leaves or flowers in order to size during the nature walk in the school garden. So by flowers, by using this flower also you can introduce or you can improve this seriation. Okay. And the comparison, children can compare lengths of the sticks or ropes during outdoor play. So you can use the activity, that is comparing different types of pulses or doll by their size and color during a sensory activities. Sometimes patterns. Patterns are using Rangoli patterns. Okay, Rangoli, you can use the Rangoli patterns to teach repetition and the sequence. What are the activities? Generally, the creating bead necklace with repeating colors patterns are using traditional Indian embroidery design. So you can use the necklaces or bead necklaces. Okay. And spatial awareness using the terms like under, over, next to, while organizing a classroom or playing game. So drawing floor rangoli designs which require understanding of space and positioning. And what is the one-to-one correspondence? Matching cups to saucer during play kitchen activity. So you can use the activity by distributing one pencil to each student in the classroom. And the next one is the counting. In counting, Traditional Indian toys like small clay animals are using abacus beads, abacus beads. So counting the steps while climbing stairs or counting the numbers of flowers on a plant. So integrating Indian ECC programs in India, so ECC programs can incorporate culturally relevant materials and activities to teach free number skills, which include Montessori method, storytelling, rhyme, festival, and celebrations. So this is about the a brief overview of the next class. In the next class, we will discuss the three numbering skills. So these are some of the basic concepts. The next class we'll see again in detail. In detail, we'll see in the next class. So this is about today's lecture. This is about today's class. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.